Going back to Sweden was kind of worrisome because all of the bad press Sweden's Corona-strategy had gotten in world news. When we came back to Sweden, we thought everything was really weird because it was so different from the rest of Europe.
Don't forget to subscribe and check that bell button for more notifications.
What is the difference between camping in Sweden and the rest of Europe? Let's do a quick comparison of our experiences. What stood out most was that there were lots and lots of people everywhere. When we arrived at the camping, there was even a queue to get into the camping. What we hadn't really counted on was that it was a major holiday in Sweden, midsummer. The camping we are at now has been open since the 18th of May. There aren't a lot of people here at the moment, so that gives us lots and lots of space. We have some neighbors here in the background. You're only allowed to be as close as 10 meters.
And it's so empty.
It's just us.
Yeah.
The camping was basically more or less full. The people in the reception were really stressed out because they had so much guests everywhere. They didn't have hand sanitizers, they didn't have masks on, they didn't have protections towards the customers in the form of plastic shields. And when I checked in, I asked what kind of precautions they take. The receptionist wasn't really prepared for that question. So I started asking specific questions like, do you have hand sanitizers at your facilities? No, we have soap. How many times do you clean your bathrooms per day? No, we clean them every day. Do you clean them more often? No, but we clean them. Okay, so like before Corona. After entering Germany, we realized that there were more people on the move, hence more people in the campings. Here we had to sign contracts as we checked in, ensuring that we were symptom-free. They were also really good at having hand sanitizers everywhere, and here you also had to wear masks going to the bathroom, entering joint facilities, or the reception. We always have to have face masks on when we're out shopping or just meeting other people. Everyone is always walking around with these face masks. And that's not the case in Sweden. I don't know. Are you gonna walk around with a face mask on, Simon, in Sweden? When we finally entered the camping, we realized that there was so much people and no one was wearing masks. That made us unsure too, because we are used to people wearing masks. So it was kind of a culture shock.
This is the line to Systembolaget.
My first ever shopping experience since being back in Sweden, and I'm the only one wearing a mask, which kind of beats the purpose, don't you think? So we just went to take a TB shot, and when we were here I also asked about face protection masks, but there aren't any to buy, and no one knows when you can buy them. The Public Health Authority in Sweden does not recommend masks. They think that keeping your distance is much more important. So, how easy is it to keep a distance? The first impression of Gustavsvik's camping was quite promising because they had a well thought through reception. Their personnel were protected behind glass walls. They had hand sanitizers and also a queue system that meant that you could wait outside for your turn. They also had mini golf activities where they sanitized and washed everything that you handled while playing golf, everything from the pen to the balls. They also had a very impressive children's activity schedule, new things most days, and it looked very promising at first, but I soon realized that it was difficult for the children to keep distance. They had to share pens that weren't sanitized between use, and they were really close. Not to forget that these kids probably come from different parts of Sweden. What is your experience with camping and Corona? Please feel free to comment below. So, what have we learned? It certainly is different wherever we go, not only from country to country, but also within Sweden, town to town. We try to keep our distance and remind each other to stay safe and be considerate towards each other. Oh, and our best friend is hand sanitizer.